Thank you, and it's good to be here. You know, you'll have to bear with my vocal cords. They're pretty strained right now, but I think a nice transport truckload of striped bass might be able to help me in that regard. One thing I'd like to say here today, from a provincial standpoint, for me, it's the river equals economics. It equals employment. It equals heritage, culture, livelihoods. All of us at some point have benefited from the waters. On the political side of it, if you look at history, the province of Quebec has always managed to get its own way where its assets are concerned. An example of that is the decision they made many years ago that when an Atlantic salmon reached Quebec rivers, it was no longer the property of the federal government. Quebec decided it was their own property, and they would determine provincially just how many fish they would eat, which rivers they would eat them from, and they would just control it themselves. New Brunswick has always been at the absolute mercy of the Department of Fisheries and Oceans. And I say that unpolitically. It wouldn't matter which government federally we've had. DFO is always the sole responsibility for these decisions. Today I've learned from a few of the supporters here and the organizers of this event that DFO seems, or potentially could be acting exclusively in this regard, which is, to me, it's not abnormal. My grandfather was a DFO officer. He often complained in his later years about how the structures of that department worked. But today, with river closures and such, and trying to protect a predatory species that we all like to fish and eat, and we do see the opportunity in it in bass fishing, but it's also negatively impacting our salmon populations, and probably much more to the detriment of what DFO is going to either know or inform the people of this river. But today, I do respect the efforts of Ashley Holohan. We were great friends all of our lives, and when Ashley Holohan says something, people are going to listen, and I like that, because it's true that he's been involved with fishing for all these years, and from an educational standpoint and a professional standpoint, but when the people of a province have something taken from them or rights taken away that we need to live from, it's up to the people, not just politicians, it's up to all of us to take a stand to prove that we want our own say in our rivers and our waterways. The MP for New Brunswick is Dominic LeBlanc, and I can say unequivocally, and I'm sure the MP would agree with me, he's the right-hand man of the Prime Minister of Canada. He's from right here in Shediac, and I look forward no further than him. I like that Pat is working hard on this file, but Dominic is going to be the end-all result and say in this issue. So from me, you'll have my support, as always. I'll continue to voice whatever concerns I can, but I need to look to people like Ashley and Jim Laws and David White and many others to make sure I'm saying all the right things, because they know more about it than I do, and I don't mind saying that. So today, Dominic LeBlanc has to make this decision on behalf of his citizens in New Brunswick, and we need to all push him for that, and that's fair game. It's not dirty politics, it's fair. We live here. We benefit from this river. I see people here that run fishing lodges. I see Debbie over here. I see people that fish bass, people that fish salmon. All of us have to benefit from this river, but we must also put our foot down when something is taken from us. New Brunswick is a smaller province than Quebec. We've never had the political clout on a national scale that Quebec has. And we've always seen them protect their assets and protect their construction industries, their trades industries, their salmon fishing. They still eat them in Quebec. They're still trying to protect their bass, and they're trying to benefit from our river closures to support their populations of bass. So New Brunswick citizens, don't stop here. Miramichiers, don't stop here. This today is awesome. This is an amazing step on this journey. But don't stop here. There's so many rallies that end the day of the rally And that's my advice to all of us here, is to don't stop here. This may be just the very beginning of another very large scale public rally that may last for many, many months, but you'll have my support. I support this group. I support Mayor Mashiers, and Dominic LeBlanc is the Minister of Fisheries and Oceans. He needs to make a decision on behalf of Mayor Mashiers that benefit us. Thank you.